We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
This is Quincy Anderson. You know I love my country. There's no other country better than mine. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil too. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana, I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. Hey, hey, Guyana is nice, Guyana is fun, Guyana is clean, Guyana is green, Guyana got oil, Guyana got gold, Guyana got young and Guyana got old. I ain't talking no more. Guyana got things, we growing wings and developing things. The government real and that's a big deal. I'm singing from my heart, Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. Welcome to Guyana, land of 6 races, 6 different faces, and we all live in love. Guyana is a beautiful country, no other can compare. Got everything right here, so no other can compare. Guyana is made up of so many natural resources. We don't need no forces, cause we got enough resources. Let's talk about bauxite, gold, diamond, and rice. We got it right here. Guyana ain't going nowhere. We got enough oil to one Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I call home. One Guyana. I love Guyana. Guyana, my country, my home. The only place I.
Oh yes. A lot of you gon' vex, but I tell you, sometimes you just got to listen. There's a child in every home and every community. They will grow up to be symbols of unity. They'll be colorblind to race and ethnicity. That's the vision of a leader like President Irfan Ali. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana to grow up in a land united and free with equality and blessed with prosperity. For too long we've been fighting one another. It's race against race, but in the end the country suffer. Oh, we were born here, not in India nor Africa. But if we can't get along, the foreigners gon' eat we suffer. We must put an end to racism. Let it end now with this generation. Together we'll develop this nation. Make Guyana the gem of the Caribbean. Don't listen to them wicked politicians who will divide us to win an election, believe it or not. Guyanese no smarter than that. Yeah, I told you, it's your boy Padmore. Unity is the key. We are all one and we should be treated as one. Our ancestors were slaves and laborers, but the life they endured made it better for us. We honor their sacrifice and the freedom they bought for we. But some descendants of slaves use that to fuel the rich. It doesn't matter what's your skin color, when we bleed blood it's red the same. Let's respect and love one another. When a brother cry we must feel the pain. We're Portuguese, African and Indian. We're Chinese mixed up, we're Amerindians. We're all Guyanese. Let's end this segregation. I'm appealing to Guyanese in the diaspora. We welcome you home. We've got a lot to offer. It's not the same place that you run away from. Come see the paradise Guyana has now become. I'm talking about the one Guyana where our people can live in peace, where every race trusts each other, where racial prejudice no longer exists. Our children will have one Guyana, to grow up in a land united and free, with equality and blessed with prosperity. It's a message I just want you to understand. Stop and think for a minute. Really think for a minute. If we can't fix the present, then we should work on the future.
Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. Facts we dealing with. Nobody not selling out. We talking facts. I been to Guyana, man. I have to go back. The way how the country looking, man, they left me shocked. Who's ever in charge? Them put we on the map. The men them look healthy. The girls them look hot. I went to a meeting. I don't know if it's chicken curry. Them Guyanese eating, man. The government walking. 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 This one's for them haters. For them haters who attacking Guyana. Guyana, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them your little finger. Little finger, show them the 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 little finger. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking, the government walking. The government walking. Don't mix me with politics. I yes, the Guyanese critics. I just want the country fix. Man, I come for some kicks. Can leave the bumper fake. We call it a camera train. And if you rest it to me, I still give it some licks. The government walking. 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 The government. This is for the hater. For the hater. This is for the hater. We're running down Guyana. For the hater. For the hater. Show them little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Little finger. Show them your little finger. Government walking. The 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 government walking. Now don't mix me. Don't mix me. Don't mix me. I don't do politics. Just get jacket, right? Get jacket. Walking. They're walking. Them walking. They're walking. Now I said they're walking.
We're ready to go with Courdel Jones. You know it's gonna be real from 8 to 9. Bringing vibes you can feel. News, and what's hot today will keep you wide in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Time to feel the flow. Turn your dial to Livewire, we're ready to go. With Courdel Jones, you know it's gonna be real. From 8 to 9, from 8 to 9, bringing vibes you can feel. News, views, and what's hot today will keep you wired in every way. We'll keep you wired every way, in every way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your connects, it's where people meet. We're wired to your world, we got the news. On Livewire, there's nothing to lose. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. Courdel's here, bringing life to your day. Monday to Friday, we're paving the way. Stories that matter, we got the scoop. From the latest headlines to the local truth. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour. Livewire, tune in and feel the spark. Every morning, lighting up your heart. It's your community, your voice, your power. Livewire hits you every hour.
Morning, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly, Courdel Jones. It is the 21st of November, 2024. And morning to all the persons across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to all the persons across the diaspora. Morning to the persons in the comment section already. We're going to be having a short show today. We're not going to be going for the full hour. Just a few things to discuss. And we'll pick it up tomorrow. Don't forget, 2 p.m. today, the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party will be having his weekly press conference. Also happening today, the Prime Minister of India is supposed to be addressing the National Assembly as well. So things for you guys to look forward to. That would most likely be streamed online. Morning to the persons in the comment section. Vishnu Chintaman joining us from Pennsylvania, USA. Rahim Amarali, Anthony Wong, Maureen Razio, Pam, morning to you, and Trevor. And Hill, morning to you. Rajendra Mahes, morning to you. Shakila Bridgelal, Mazo Inshan, Vijay Lacha, morning to you. Rajendra Singh, morning to you as well. Wasim Nabi. Anita Williams, morning to you. Salome Sarah Mosley. Omar Sharif, morning to you. Ayon Bipat joining us from Barbados, morning to you. Faisal Ghani, Suknandan Bud, Leslie Mangal, Prasad Pati. Balwan Danraj, Sherwin Siram, Sharida Ferguson, morning to you. Bisunat Mohan, morning to you. Tara Rampasad, Alan Khan, morning to you. Richard Stanislas, Leslie, Lenny Lachman, I should say, morning to you. Leslie Mangal, morning to you. Bibi Kalichiran, Richard Stanislas, Ganesh Bharat, Viola Prasad, Joan Abidjan joining us from Canada. Derek Drupal, Ronald Jones, morning to you. Philip Diabro, Leroy Mangal, Christopher Prasad, Cecil Rampasad, good morning to you. Keith Adams, morning to you. Nirmala Allen joining us from Barbados, morning to you as well. Vishnu Narain, Dionan Suku, Sally Jones, morning to you. Krishna Diodat, good morning to you. Philip Graves Zandi, Marla Narain, Data Nandalal, Neil Ramlakan, morning to you as well. Morning, 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 everybody. Right, so first of all, I'd like to touch on the Attorney General's acknowledgement of the threats being made towards the next election by the certain sections of the opposition. Now, he would have indicated that election interference, including obstructing voters based on language, is a criminal offense under the Guyana Representation of the People's Act. Penalties for violating ROPA would include a fine up to $5 million, prison term of up to 3 years, and a 5-year ban on voting and holding any elective office after conviction. Now, it was also made clear the rights of non-English speaking voters. ROPA explicitly allows non-English speaking voters to use interpreters during the voting process. It was also highlighted that the Commonwealth citizens residing in Guyana for over a year are entitled to vote regardless of language proficiency. The Attorney General also labeled Aubrey Norton's threats to prevent non-English speaking voters from casting their ballots as reckless and illegal. He noted that such statements are viewed as undermining the democratic processes and the right to eligible voters and the rights to eligible voters. The AG linked Norton's remarks to the alleged electoral misconduct by the AP and AFC administration during the 2020 elections. Right. Yeah. Yeah. The Attorney General also emphasized the importance of safeguarding democratic rights to prevent the repeat of past election controversies. He noted that the Guyana Elections Commission is the constitutional body responsible for determining voter eligibility, not anyone else. The AG underscored the need for GCOM to enforce electoral laws and ensure compliance. Now, Minister Nandalal urged Aubrey Norton to retract his statement and issue a public apology to restore confidence in the democratic process. And polling agents and electoral officials were reminded to uphold the law and protect voters' rights. Now, the government is dedicated to ensuring free, fair, and transparent elections. Efforts are ongoing to educate the public on their electoral rights and the upholding of democratic principles. The AG the AG's warning serves as a firm reminder that any attempt to interfere with or suppress the voters' rights will be met with strict legal consequences, which I think is a very important to note. Now, another thing I wanted to discuss with you guys was the recent ruling in favor of the Vice President, Dr. Bart Jagdeo, in relation to the matter brought by Christopher Jones and Tabitha Sarabo Haley, where the alleged Vice President violated parliamentary attendance rules by being absent for 11 consecutive sittings within 2 months. Now, what they sought, these opposition members, they were looking for a court declaration that Jagdeo's seat was vacant, making him ineligible to serve as a member of parliament and vice president. Now, Jagdeo challenged the court's jurisdiction to hear the case, right? Now, you do remember that there's a separation between, just like there's a separation from the executive and the judiciary, there's a separation from parliament and the judiciary in certain matters. So in a case like this would have to be overseen by parliament, right? Now, the justice presiding over the case upheld Jagdeo's objection, ruling that the High Court lacked jurisdiction over the internal operations of Parliament. The ruling emphasized that the matter of members' attendance and seat vacation falls under the parliamentary sovereignty and the doctrine of separation of powers. Now, what are the key takeaways from the ruling? The sovereignty of Parliament is number one. Parliament has the exclusive authority to manage its internal proceedings, including attendance and seat vacations. Judicial intervention is limited to cases of constitutional breaches, right? Now, we must look at the role of the Speaker. Now, the Speaker has responsibility for interpreting and enforcing standing orders governing the parliamentary operations. Decisions on seat vacations are influenced by parliamentary rules and laws. Now, also another important takeaway is the separation of power. The judiciary cannot interfere in Parliament's internal matters unless there is evidence of a constitutional violation. The court reaffirmed that the 2023 ruling in Tabitha Sarabo Haley versus the Attorney General et al., which established Parliament's autonomy over its operations. Now, there were legal and financial outcomes. The court found no evidence that Jagdio's seat had become vacant. The application was dismissed following Jagdio, allowing Jagdio to return to his parliamentary seat as and the vice president's role. Now, costs of 250,000 were awarded to each respondent, which is the Attorney General, 250, the Speaker of the National Assembly, 250, and Vice President Barjagno, 250. So Tabitha and Chris now got to fine $750,000, right? Because they wanted to be silly. Now, the ruling highlights the autonomy of the parliament in handling its affairs without external judicial interference. It underscores the judiciary's role in upholding the separation of power and respecting the parliamentary sovereignty. The decision reinforces Parliament's responsibility to address members' attendance issues internally. Now, all this means is that the vice president's seat, his parliamentary seat, remains secure, affirming his continued eligibility as a member of parliament and vice president. The dismissal protects the integrity of the parliamentary processes while maintaining the balance of powers among the branches of government, right? So I wanted to touch on those two things this morning. And one other thing that a caller called me last night about, and listen, sometimes I am really look, anyway, so this is Francis Bailey. This guy is literally happy with nothing. And before he does a video, let me just make it clear, because most likely once somebody tells him that I spoke about him, he'd want to do a video. So a few years ago, before, y'all often hear me talk about my aunt who was the GCOM commissioner for the PNC, Sandra Jones, right? Now, we have a house in Macdoom on the East Bank, which had some bees in there. And we contracted Mr. Bailey to remove the bees. He did remove the bees. No issue with that. However, she wrote him a check for the services. And she had multiple checkbooks. So she apparently wrote it from a checkbook. And the check bounced. Right? Instead of Mr. Bailey engage us about it, he went to Facebook and he made a post and a bunch of stuff. I think it was, okay, so he got the check. Let's see, he got the check on Monday. He probably went to the bank on Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon, he made the video. On Wednesday, a new check was written. He cashed it, and that was the end of the story. So he may want to mention that when he decides to do his commentary. But Francis Bailey is one of them people that literally is happy about nothing, right? I don't know what is his contribution to society other than his bee removal service, and I think he's a musician or of some sort, but literally complains about everything, right? So in this video here, he's doing some commentary on the cemetery and how he's been following this for 11 years and all sorts of stuff. Right? My thing is this. Francis Bailey, and I didn't look out at his video to see if he gave the right information as it relates to this cemetery issue. Right? But I don't believe that he is genuine in his what to call it? I'm frustrated this morning. I don't believe he is. I don't even know how to put it. Francis Bailey is just a miserable guy, right? There's nothing. I don't know him to be an opposition operative, but literally just miserable. Any and everything he always complaining about. Something is always the problem, right? Something is always the problem. So Cemetery Road was done. He went out there. He did a live to nitpick. Oh, the dirt from the drain that they dig to build the drain and build the fence gone in the people tomb. What everything he complaining about, everything under the sun, right? The cemetery which he's talking about now does not fall under the purview of central government, but falls under the purview of the mayor and city council, right? But again, I'm saying I didn't look at the entire video, so maybe he does mention that. But based on what I've seen so far in the video, it is portrayed like if the government got the cemetery in this condition and got people dumping in the cemetery and all this other stuff, which is not the case. You understand? So I mean, I told the caller that I would look at the page and see what he's talking about. Look at this here. Like I said, everything he got problem with, right? So this is the 18th of November, a couple of days ago. Now, a diplomat, right? A diplomat, which I'm pretty sure they got lights on the vehicle or whatever it is, probably heading to something at the president's office. You understand? Trying to get through traffic. And Minister Ben spoke about this in Parliament. You understand? Trying to get through traffic. Most likely had the lights, the emergency lights on the vehicle to pass. You understand? Trying to get to event. He got issue with that too. Like if persons in the United States, Trinidad and Tobago, UAE, the United Kingdom, the persons with diplomatic status don't have certain privileges. Come on. So again, that's the kind of thing wow. Okay. Yeah, that's the kind of thing he can complain about, right? So he's going to show you this. So look at this here. 500 million barrels of oil extracted, and class is in session for the next generation of Guyanese leaders. What example are we setting for them if all they know from the time they were born to the time they are discarded is a trash-filled cemetery? City Hall ain't got nothing to do with the oil, Francis. City Hall is supposed to be collecting rates and taxes and cleaning the city. That has nothing to do with the oil. The mayor is supposed to be ensuring that the agency he has purview over, mayor and city council, executing the duties that they're supposed to be doing, right? So, like I said, this is what you get from Francis Bailey. This is what you get from Francis Bailey. Instead of him saying what hundreds of millions collected in rates and taxes and talk about the cemetery, you're gone to oil. Like it's and then tag the Ministry of Education. Anyway, look, I don't listen. Then look at this here. We got money to paint the road, but not collect the garbage. Is the road the responsibility of the mayor and city council, Francis Bailey? Is the mayor and city council painting the road? Or is the central government who has a responsibility for that? Who is responsible for moving this garbage from outside of this school and in the cemetery, maintaining the cemetery, Francis Bailey? Who? Right? Look at this too. Look at the double standard with this guy. So let me make it clear to you. We have money to paint the mediums from Moody, not in the colors used internationally, but PVP colors. So this wretch didn't know about when the paint over, I think it was State House or after the President Green, the painting. Man, look, listen. You gotta send me the beforehand, bro. Anyway, like I was saying, Francis Bailey is definitely one of those guys that yeah, Joel, I gotta read this and thing. You gotta send me these things before the program start. Anyway, guys, like I said, it's a short show this morning. I just wanted to touch on those few things. Sorry to give you such a compressed version. I have some other things I really need to deal with. Thank you for tuning in, nevertheless. But like I said, persons who, to the guy who called me about Francis, just try to ignore him. This guy is, yeah, you can't please Francis. There's nothing the government could do that can help Francis be happy. Do y'all remember they had some houses being built by a private group up the East Bank? Francis going to people place. Oh, how the house this, the house that. I had told y'all I would go back there and look at the finished product of the house, but I never did. But that's the kind of thing is people move into those houses and are happy. But Francis complaining. He don't live there. He don't live there, but he complaining about something, right? Oh boy. Anyway, guys, I can see y'all tomorrow. Look out for the vice president's, the general secretary of the PVP's press conference today. At the usual time. I am so sorry that I'm cutting the program short today, but we'll definitely make up for it tomorrow, the last day of the week, right? Also, do check out Livewire's presentation for Guy Expo 2024. Question: Isn't it valid points or questions being asked about the garbage? I know it may not be the government's job to clean, and the president my tone. So okay. Um so all right, let me answer this one question before I go. So my uncle is asking, isn't it a valid question? Isn't it valid points or questions being asked about the garbage? I know it may not be the government's job to clean, and so here is what the government wants to know, and this is my opinion, or what I want to know, I should say, is why is it if rates and taxes are being collected for every business and household in the capital city, all the vendors, illegal and legal, are paying some sort of fees to vend, whether they're in the market or on the roadside. Somebody collecting some money for these persons. There's also a subvention that central government gives to the mayor and city council to assist in whatever they have going on or whatever it is, right? So basically, they have laid out how City Hall collects funds to do what they have to do, and they have other sources of collecting funds. So we know how they're collecting the money. We also know that City Hall has been crying out year after year that they don't have any money. Now, what has City Hall been doing to reverse this trend, to actually gain funds, to actually fulfill its mandate? Literally nothing. Now, you may ask, what is central government doing? Right? Central government. Stanley, who's Stanley Langby? Anyway, me body with Stanley. At the end of the day, right? Central government gives City Hall the subvention to assist with what they're doing. Now, if you are not managing your subvention, you're not managing the rates and taxes, you cannot account for monies collected. You cannot account for the assets of the council. Now, with that, central government now, just as my uncle was asking, right, would see this issue and then step in to fix it. So they do the roads. Most of the times, they do most of the drains. I've seen City Hall persons doing drainage work recently, but most of the drains are done by central government through NDIA and other agencies. So one, you have City Hall has a means to collect revenue. Two, they're getting subvention. Three, why I think if I was in government, I would have taken the same approach. City Hall is writing off billions of dollars in taxes to corporate companies and political parties. So you could collect $6.7 billion from the PNC, the People's National Congress Reform, that is currently registered under the defunct company, Malik's Enterprise or Inc. or whatever it is. You go and write off millions of dollars in taxes to a telephone company that can afford to pay their taxes. Now, why would GT&T be so behind on their taxes? Why would you write off taxes to GT&T when the amount of money that GT&T owe, you could start out the entire cemetery so Francis Bailey could shut the hell up? You write off taxes that could fix the cemetery, fix is Le Penitence Market? Just off a cemetery road. They got market there. If you see the condition it's in. The wharf fall down that the people were vending, you hear nothing about rebuilding or establishing a wharf there again. Or just a marketplace or a shopping center or something. So, at the end of the day, Uncle Ronald, the central government eventually picks up the mantle. But if they jump ahead and jump in front of City Hall and does these things, you can hear central government undermining City Hall and all these things. Another request of City Hall is that all the work that central government is doing, they want central government not to do the work, but give City Hall the money. So all the roads in the capital city that you see who are done, all of that fall under City Hall. All those roads that you see repaved in the capital city, up to the other day telling somebody, you're hard pressed to find a pothole in the capital city. And even if you find one, it's not the pothole of back in the day where your whole car could fit in one. Right? So all of those works, what City Hall wants is the central government to take all of that money that they were doing that with and give it to them for them to do it. Now, I've reminded y'all on several shows before this one, no asset register, no bank reconciliation for years. The system that if me, Leslie Mongal, Pam Singh, Imran Ali, Khalifa Hale, Asif Haman, if all of us go down to City Hall right now and say, please show me the records of my taxes that I've been paying, at least 5 out of the 6 of us most likely won't have any records there, or the records will not be up to date based on the receipts that you most likely are keeping. You understand? That is how messed up the system is. GT&T, who they're supposed to be writing off, who they wrote off, was supposed to be helping them to sort out the system. Let me find out if they did it as yet. Just let me find out if they did it as yet. Because this might be a hand wash hand situation. Right? Just give me a second. Let me find out if GT&T set up this IT system. And that may have warranted a write-off. Let me find out. Hi, good morning. I was just trying to find out, did GT&T set up that IT system for y'all? Is yeah? Oh. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to confirm. Thank you so much. So, like I was saying, nothing. At the last statutory meeting, now the mayor is saying that instead of fixing the system, he wants new software. So it may be a case where all the information collected over the years in terms of taxpayers, you understand me? Gone, whoosh, vanish. So you got a whole new fresh system. Let me go as far as to tell you this. Same Uncle Ronald. You remember yesterday I was telling y'all, it was yesterday or the day before we were talking about the cash grant app. And I asked him to comment here whether you release an app during the testing phases before it's finished. And he clearly said no. And I said to y'all, my Uncle Ronald does programming. He's write programs and build apps and those kinds of things. Ronald Jones would have wrote City Hall saying, hey, I have an application that y'all can use to streamline logistics, asset register, finances, streamline EHR with the staff, whatever it is. Everything the software can do. Every single thing the software can do. Up to now, he didn't even get a response from City Hall. You understand me? He has not gotten a response from City Hall. And I would dare to ask him to send me a PDF for the letter. And I'd probably show it to y'all tomorrow once he sends it. You understand? This is more than, this got to be like a month and a half ago. You understand? This got to be more than a month and a half ago. So even him, living in the States, a Guyanese living in the States, hearing about the wars at City Hall, hearing all the councillors lament about what's going on at City Hall, right? And offered to say, hey, this is a program that can be used. This could solve your problems. Let me do a demonstration to show you how the software works and how it could ease your stress there at City Hall. And up to now, no response. Not a response. So, as far as I'm concerned, the mayor and the people who are controlling City Hall, the PNC councils, are just fine the way City Hall is right now. They're completely fine with it. They're completely fine with all the garbage accumulating in Albaistown next to Charlestown Secondary. One of them two schools that are on the corner there on Sussex Street, in the Charlestown area. Opposite Sussex Street by Hunter Street on the corner there by Albaistown. They're perfectly fine with it. I'll say this to Uncle Ronald as well, because he asked the question. Have you ever heard of City Hall hosting a cleanup to say, well, let's bring out the citizens of the city since we live in here and we are City Hall, we can't handle it on our own. Let me bring out people and be a part of the cleanup or organize our own cleanup in the city. Nothing. They got people on this live right now saying over a month now, no garbage collection in their area. So what's City Hall doing? What is City Hall doing? Right? So I agree it's a valid question in relation to, what we doing with the garbage situation, but I'm maintaining that the oil production in this country ain't got nothing to do with the garbage that piling up on the road. City Hall there on S. That plain and simple. Plain and simple. And I'm saying, even if the government said, look, City Hall hold $1 billion, let me see what you're going to do with it. The citizens of the capital city will be sorely disappointed. I'm almost absolutely sure about it. Right? I'm almost absolutely sure about it. So, guys, City Hall definitely needs to sort themselves out. And you never know. You never know. The write-off could be for GT&T to bring in the new system for them. I don't know, man. I don't know. It is what it is for now. Look, Pam Singh said bring out the prisoners to assist. That is a viable option too. People who got 2 months or 3 months more in the sentence, bring them out, let them work. City Hall, y'all pay them. Because y'all staff limited. Work on an arrangement with the prison service that anybody who got 6 months or less, because you're going to run away. 6 months you might run away. People might want away. But if you do 3 years and got 6 months left, we're running away to do. You understand? So you bring people who got 6 months or less or 3 months or less on the sentence, and you walk them Monday to Friday out there. Walk them out Monday to Friday, clean up, picking up garbage and them kind of thing. You give them a stipend. You don't give them a salary, because they walk in. Give them a stipend. Because when you're incarcerated, especially in the first world countries, and you do work, they get paid, but not on the rate as a regular man on the street. Give them a little stipend. So at least when they're coming out of prison, and there's a way to deter crime. So when these people are coming out of prison, they got a little something in the pocket so that they ain't, floating on the road and gone and commit crime again. Think about it, Mayor. Think about it. So you're creating employment for these people. They get a little money. Oh, skies! Y'all pick up my friend Akeem Padmore Evans, one of DPI's cameramen, senior cameraman, I must put, joining us all the way from India. He's on a media management training course. Big up yourself, friend. Very proud of you. Do your thing. Enjoy yourself over there. Right? So as I was saying, I'm a skin growing as my good friend. Anyway, so like I'm saying, you give these people the work, you put it on their account. You might think, they got no use to the money in prison. They might got used to it. But put it on some account. So when they release, they got this money that they could get, that they ain't struggling or depending on nobody, and might have to fall back into doing the same thing that end up putting them in prison. Come on. I was at Lusitnan prison, not last year, the year before. They got mechanics in there. They got persons who specializing in agriculture from training in there. Bring them out, let them fix up the RM equipment y'all got at the incinerator there on Princess Street. Bring them out, let them work. Man, look. Anyway, guys, y'all have a wonderful day. Again, sorry for the short program. I'll see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. Don't forget, 2 p.m. today, the General Secretary of the People's Progressive Party will be having his weekly press conference. And do ensure that you tune in to be updated and kept abreast with the topics, the political topics of this week. Also, on the cards for today, Prime Minister Modi, Prime Minister of India, will be addressing the National Assembly. I'm thinking that will be streamed live as well, so you guys can tune in for that. I'm not too sure of the timing, but once we're able to catch it, we'll stream it here too as well. Right? Thanks again for being here. And as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places Talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We're gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow, but never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere, make no mistake. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass.
We love the open county of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right.
We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one grass, not a blade of grass. We are a peaceful people, struggle as we struggle, and we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign